I had just lost my mother to breast cancer. My father was just diagnosed with prostate cancer. I was teaching class that day and I had stepped out and the nurse shared with me that I carry the BRCA gene mutation. I come from a family of educators, which really prompted me to need to get answers.
My brother's a surgical oncologist. My parents both passed away of different cancers. I was a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor, so felt like we were an informed family. About 3 years ago, I felt something on my chest and I had it checked out.
Went for my first mammogram and they found 4 lumps.
I was 8 and my brother was 5, and so despite my parents' best efforts, we really grew up knowing that she was clearly going through something and it deeply affected our entire family.
I had 2 roles to uphold. One was being a leader on a trading floor and the other was being a loving, caring mother. And then after having breast cancer the second time, I was terrified that I didn't have time and I wasn't going to see my kids get launched.
I knew if I was positive what those results would mean for me. We took the train down to Philadelphia and we went to the Baxter Center, and right away I had one-on-one support. As much as she wanted the result to come back negative, it was harder to tell my mom than it was to hear it myself. These are my 2 choices. I can choose to be monitored, or I can go through this preventative surgery.
And lo and behold, it was breast cancer. As I was being wheeled into surgery, my surgeon said, you know, it all makes sense. You know, you have the BRCA2 mutation, and that's sort of why we're here.
Cancer is very difficult to navigate. Baxter is very unique in that it embraces the whole family. Whether you're the BRCA carrier, whether you're the spouse, whether you're kids that need to be tested, or just a friend.
It's not a one-size-fits-all diagnosis. To immediately be paired with a genetic counselor is remarkable.
Baxter made sure I didn't have to make those decisions alone.
I would still be living my life in fear had it not been for the Baxter Center and the community of women who encouraged me to really think about my choices.
The day I went into surgery, my dad went into the prep room with me, and the nurse walked in and said, "Hi, my name is Nurse Lynn, and I'll be taking care of you today." Well, Lynn is my mom's name, and so he and I looked at each other, and we knew then that I was making the right decision.
It's a community that I now consider my family, but it's the science that gives me hope for the next generation.
I remain incredibly surprised that most people that have BRCA are not aware that they have it. 50% of BRCA carriers are men. What I realized that there were so many other cancers that I have high propensity toward: melanoma, pancreatic cancer, aggressive prostate cancer. And I should be consistently screened for those. My philosophy is sort of hope is not a strategy. I need to know for my family, I need to know for myself. It's not just about me, it's about my kids.
Black women are 40% more likely to die from breast cancer. Genetic testing is key in moving that needle, and I believe that's the work we're doing through the Black and BRCA initiative. Less than 1% of genetic counselors are Black. To be able to see someone like me reflected is so important. I think Baxter has done a great job of being inclusive.
Shortly after my surgery, someone had sent me this pin, breast cancer ribbon, that had all these pink stones on them. And at the very bottom, there was a blue stone. And the blue stone signifies men. A few weeks after I got it, My daughter gave me a present, which was a drawing. And the drawing had the pin, but it had all bluestones to it. I realized, like, kids really observe and know a lot more than you really think they do.
Vassar is able to impact a whole generation of women in patients. And when I see that, I think about my girls.
Whoa!
I'm definitely not the woman I was when I first started off in this journey. I've grown, I've evolved. And I'm empowered.
With Vassar, I knew they had Jenny, so I felt incredibly lucky that I could just be her mom.
I got married a couple weeks ago, and having my mom there felt like a miracle.
A highlight of my life.
Vassar walks the walk and talks the talk.
It's a very 24/7 mission. It's rare to find such an exceptional team of people.
Vassar is impacting generations of families.
It is of the utmost importance that we continue to support and fund this organization who has done so much over the past 10 years and will only do more good for the world and this community.